Jimmy Eats here again. Today I'm going to do some breakfast food. I've been wanting to do some more breakfast on the Blackstone. It's Super Bowl Sunday. It's kind of early. I'm going to throw together a monster meat and potato ombréto. That's something I just kind of made up. It's going to be a whole bunch of meat. I got bacon, a ham steak, a little bit of top sirloin steak, a chunk of that, some corned beef and actually roast beef and hash for the meat, and then some potatoes that I shredded with the hand shredder. It's a yellow, golden tomato or yellow tomato, the light skin, and obviously some pepper, some onion diced up, a little bit of minced garlic in there for flavor, and I'm going to make an omelet. But then I'm going to put that inside of a burrito, basically. So that's why it comes up with the ombréto. So to get started, I'm going to start off with the bacon and the ham and the steak, kind of get them going, and then right after I'm going to throw the potatoes on. I'm going to do the egg mixture and everything that last, because that only takes a couple seconds, minutes maybe, to cook the egg when the Blackstone is good and hot. So stick with me just for a minute. I got the Blackstone heating up. I'll be right back with you and we'll get it started. Hold on. Blackstone is heated up and it's ready to go. I'm going to throw some oil down. We'll put the steak and this meat on first. I'm going to put that over here on this side. I have that at a medium high level, kind of in between there. We'll start off with the meat and get that going. I'm going to put the bacon down first because I like the bacon grease, and there's some of the things that I'm going to cook with this bacon grease for the end product. So I'm going to put down about 4 or 5 slices. I'm not going to use it all on the burrito, but I'm going to cook extra for some of the other people that live here that want to have some breakfast as well. So I'm going to start with that, and then this big old ham steak is hitting the griddle. Put that right there. Get that going, and then I got a top sirloin, just a chunk, because I'm going to slice it up in pieces and put it in that burrito. So I didn't need a lot, so I just cut a chunk. I had a really big one, so I'm putting that on here. Gonna get that going. I'm going to season that up here in just a second, and then of course some roast beef and hash that I like to get hot. You don't really got to cook that, but I like to have it hot so it's good and ready to go. Let's put that on there. Stir that a few times. So gonna get that going. Let these cook a little bit. It's going to take a little bit to get it going. That steak's got a little bit of a thickness on there for what I'm doing, so I got to get that going. Then shortly after this goes here for a minute, I'm going to season it up. I'm going to put some potatoes with it, and then we'll get back at the process of building this whole burrito. So I'll be right back. Just for a couple minutes. I'm going to get the seasoning on there for I can't get it on top there. It's very tough. Just some salt, sea salt and garlic. I'm going to put that on the steak, on the roast beef and hash. The ham really don't need it. It's pretty salty to begin with. And then for the steak, I got love that olive prime rib rub. I'm just going to throw some of that on there. Just push on it a little bit, get it to stick when I flip it. That flavor goes all the way through it. You get a pretty good taste with that. Gonna get that on there. Some ground pepper, actually, for the potatoes and roast beef and hash, actually, and then some on the steak. Okay, and then I'm going to put this shredded potatoes that I shredded on the hand shredder there. I'm going to put this down, get this going. First I'm going to drop a little bit of oil there because I don't want this to stick and burn, so that'll help. I'm going to get that going. That'll take a little while. I'll have to flip it a few times to get it where I want it, crispy, good and crispy. Spread it out. Okay, now I'm going to throw some salt and pepper on the hash browns as well. There. Pepper. Okay, now I'm going to drop some butter on top of them hash browns because I like them with some good flavor anyway. I'll let that melt in there. Turn it a little bit. Okay, so give me a minute. I'm going to be right back. Let these cook. I'll do some flipping, We'll get this meat cooked up, and then we're going to start in with the egg mixture, a little bit of cheese, salt, seasoning, some onion and pepper, and we'll be done with it. So I'll be right back in a few minutes. Let me get it going. Stir this up a little bit. Feel some crust underneath that hash brown, so it's starting to brown up and crisp up real good. Get that turned real good. Let that cook on this side. Stir up these hash browns, or this roast beef in half, I should say. Get that going. Okay, and then take a look at this steak. I like my steak mid-rare. That's got a really nice brown crust on there. That looks good. It's about where I want it. It's going to be a little while. I'm just getting the first flip on it. And then the ham, like a little crisp on there. So I'm going to try to put this down here to the hot side. It's a little warmer over here. Get that going. I'm going to flip this bacon. I'm going to try not to make this as crispy as the last time I made it. So let's see what happens here. I got the burner on this side at a medium low, and this side over here a little bit hotter than a medium low, so not quite all the way, but a little warmer by all means. So alright, I got things flipped. I'm going to let that cook for a minute. I'll be back with you when I'm ready to flip again. There's no sense sitting here watching it move it around, so I'll be back in just a few minutes. I'm going to do some more mixing and turning. I can see some things starting to get kind of hot on the bottom here. This is about to get picked off. I don't want it to burn. Of course, my potatoes are getting crispy on the inside. On the other side, that's good. These potatoes are home sliced, buttered, salt, pepper. Like the old way when my dad did it when I was a kid growing up. I remember we'd go camping and stuff, and he would make their hash browns like this. I loved it. My dad really liked doing breakfast, so I kind of enjoy it myself. So I'm going to try and flip this. There you go. See that brown on there? I like a little bit of crust on top of that ham. I think it looks better, tastes better that way. Flip these bacons a little bit. A couple of these bacons are for Lacey. She wanted a couple pieces of bacon, so you'll see a couple of these disappear in a couple minutes here. So don't think that I'm over here just stuffing my face all to myself. I'm really not this time. I will be at the end of this video, but not now. So I'm gonna let these cook. I'm gonna kick the burner down a little bit. Everything's starting to go real well. We're almost to the egg mixture part, so we can actually build an omelet and then to put it inside of the burrito. So stick with me, folks. I'll be right back in a few minutes when this is ready to rock. I'm gonna put some stuff over on this side of the griddle now because I've got it turned down barely on. So I'm gonna get that over to the side so I don't burn them roast beef and hash because they're ready. I just want to keep it warm, put it over here to keep hot, which won't be hard. Turning these hash browns again. They're coming along. I got just a little bit more. Won't be but a few minutes. Okay, I got my spatula, or my tongs, I should say. Turn that steak. There you go. That looks really good. And that looks really good too. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start slicing this meat. So I just want it in pieces. I'm just going to put it in a burrito. It's not going to all go in one burrito or ombréto. So I'm going to go ahead and slice it up. Yeah, it'll also heat up the cooking process as well. So start here.
So this goes in the bag. Let's open later. Yeah, I love these ham steaks. They're thick and meaty kind of, so they're good on a burrito. A couple more here.
Okay, so I'm going to put the steak and the ham together. This here, I'm just going to put it right down the middle. Okay, so with that note, I'm going to turn this hash brown again. That'll be ready. I'm going to slide it all over to this side, and then I'm going to start on with my egg process and get this burrito made. And then we're going to put it in, or an omelet made and put it inside of a burrito. So, give me a few minutes. I'm going to flip this, slide it over, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Hey everybody, I'm back with the egg portion of this burrito. So I've got 3 eggs beat up into this bowl real good. I'm going to throw my onions and green peppers that I diced up. I'm going to throw that in there with it. Mix that up a little bit. Get that going so I like it. I like a little bit of vegetables in my meat burrito. So, okay, and then now I'm going to take a little bit of each one of these, except for the hash browns. And then, well, actually, I'm just going to do a little bit of this and this, ham and the steak and the roast beef and hash, and put it in here with it. I'm going to make an omelet with it all in there together. So, throw in some steak pieces, throw in some ham pieces. Okay, and then throw in some of this corned beef and roast beef and hash. Mix that in there with it. Okay, so then you mix it up, put it all together, and then cook it together, and then you fold it up like an omelet. So I'm going to take this butter and I'm going to rub some on the top of the griddle here. Get some butter flavoring on that, on top of that. I'm going to pour that egg on top of there. Assign some of this over to the side because I don't need it right now. I'm going to put that in a separate bowl. And then I'm going to heat up some tortillas over here on the end as well. So, get this stuff out of the way. Alright, I'm going to put the egg mixture down now. And I'm going to have to contain it for a minute or two and get it to harden up a little bit so I can fold it where I want to and basically mold it into the shape that I want. So I'm going to have to kind of make it so I can roll it up, which shouldn't be an issue. Okay, I'm going to put 2 pieces of American cheese in the middle. Just like this. And then I can see that it's already about ready to flip and turn, but I'm not going to yet. I'm going to let it get cooked a little bit more. While I'm waiting, I'm going to throw some salt and pepper. This is sea salt and garlic. Some pepper on top, just like so. Okay, and then I'm going to, I think I'm going to flip it. So put that inside. That inside. It's not the easiest thing to do, but just kind of fold it up the best you can. Okay, so put this over here a little bit. That gives me a little bit more room to put my tortilla down. So give me a minute and I'll be putting the tortilla right. I got the tortilla. I'm going to build this burrito. I'm going to try and wrap it up and cook it on top of the flat griddle and make it a little crispy on the outside. I've decided that by looking at this omelet, I'm going to have to cut that in half and kind of fit it in here. Otherwise, this 12-inch tortilla isn't going to, might even be a little bit bigger than that, isn't going to be big enough to do that whole thing. So I'm going to have that as a leftover and then along with the other stuff. So I'm just going to make one burrito with this guy right here and then see how it goes. So I got this leveled way down to low. It's still fairly hot. I'm going to just kind of put this together real fast, try to wrap it up before the burrito gets too hot, the tortilla gets too hot, so I don't burn myself up. So if you just give me a second, I'm going to set it right here, and I'm going to try to put it together. So here we go. I'm going to go fast if I can. So I'm going to do this, and then this, like that. A little bit of hash brown. Spread it out. It's good hash brown like that. I love that homemade hash brown. A couple pieces of bacon. Just like that. Now I got a piece of Munster cheese that I ripped in half. I'm going to put that on there for the inside. Kind of go at an angle like so. Okay, and then I'm going to wrap it up. Yeah, that's after. Okay, so tuck it. Try to tuck it in and go like that. Now I'm going to try and crisp it up a little bit while it's on there. One way to do that maybe is to put just a little bit of oil down, spread it around, slide it over to it where the heat is there, get it to crisp a little bit. Okay, so give me a minute on that. I'll give it a flip. I might even put a piece of cheese on top. I haven't decided yet. It depends on if I want to pick this up or eat it with a fork. So let me decide on that. I'm going to flip this in just a couple minutes. I'm going to take care of this leftovers, get that out of our way so we can kind of focus on what I'm doing here. So give me a minute and I'll be back right with you and we'll finish it up. I did turn it this way because a little bit more even heat going this way like this. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this over and get the other side crispy. This side is looking pretty good. I'm going to put a little bit of oil on top like that. Kind of spread it on there just a little bit. Roll this over. Make it crispy like that. We're going to be going. So give me a couple more minutes and we'll be right back with you. I think the burrito is ready to be pulled off the Blackstone and put on plate. I've got both sides good and crispy, just like the top side there. I've got all my goodies inside, basically an all meat, very little vegetable omelet put inside of a burrito. So I call that the ombréto. So I'm going to pull this off the Blackstone. I shut the grill off already. I'm going to set it up here. I'm going to finish my topping presentation, cut it in half, and then we're going to take a bite of this guy here in just a little bit. So I'm going to pull this off now. Set it down just like that. That looks good. Oh yeah, she looks real good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it in half. We'll take a look at it. It's good and hot, boys. Absolutely. Okay. Here's what it looks like without anything. Looks pretty good on the inside. It's hot. It's got a little bit of everything in there. I love it. Now, for my favorite, I like to spice things up just a little bit. Maybe everybody else don't, but I want a little heat on mine. This is some sriracha hot sauce that I like. I'm just gonna put a little thin layer right over top both of them. And then I'm going to go ahead and enjoy it here after a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and put some of this on. It's hot, so I don't put a lot on there. So we're going to let this cool down a little bit. I'm going to take another look at it, and then I'm going to take a bite, and I'm going to tell you what I think. But I can't do it yet. It's going to burn my face off. So give me a minute. I'll cool it down. We'll take a bite. Be right back. Subscribe. I mean, I love having as many people as I can learn some things that I come up with. Anybody can think of this stuff. You just do it, just put it together and make it. So give me a subscribe, give me a bell. That way you know when I'm making something else different. See what you think. Give it a try. I hope to talk to you again soon. This is Jimmy Eats, and tell you what, man, that's just what I'm going to do. I'm going to go eat. Thank you. Have a good day.